Welcome to Texas Local Live. I'm Jed Crisp with Mr. Ben Martinek, and tonight we have Mr. Brandon Steadman.
How we doing?
How's it going, Brandon?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, glad you come out.
Yeah.
40-minute drive, right? Right down the road?
Yeah, from West Fort Worth. It's not too bad.
No traffic?
You drive down 820, got through it before they shut 35 down 820.
There
So
you
the
go.
drive home will be different.
Oh, man. Traffic around here sucks.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think there was like chickens on the road the other day or something like that.
Oh, I heard about that. It shut down
pretty
in
rough.
Dallas.
It's like 35, like
Yeah.
the worst road to be shut down.
I tell you what, though, I'm thankful to be, like, even as bad as traffic is up here, it's not near as bad as Austin or Houston.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot, I haven't been to Houston or Austin. Well, Houston's flooded, so.
Well, yeah.
That's true. A
Bad.
little bit held up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Austin, like, I grew up in Austin.
Yeah.
So growing up in Austin, it's like 35 or Mopac, loop one. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do.
That's it, yeah.
And going home, and whenever I
I
go
tried
home,
to do the double decker, that didn't do it.
I get so frustrated. I'm like, why are there not 8 different highways I can take?
Right.
And then when I come home back up here, I'm like, why aren't there more than 8 highways to choose
Did
from?
you live
You know?
in like Austin itself or one of the cities outside?
I grew up in Austin itself. It was in South Austin. So like original South Austin. A lot of people say that like South Congress, like just south of the river, just south of downtown is South Austin.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I grew up like literally, like I get made fun of, especially playing country music. Sometimes I get razzed a lot for being from Austin and trying to play country music.
Yeah.
But
Really?
the part of Austin, because they're like, oh, super city,
Yeah.
hippie, you
Yeah.
know, the
You
whole
get
Austin's weird
Yep.
you know, thing. But the part of Austin I grew up in, South Austin, was Slaughter and Mopac, and which is all developed now.
Yeah.
But
I was
when
gonna say, I
I was,
thought you'd be in Kyle, you're talking south.
but when I was,
Right.
in high school,
Yeah.
that was what Kyle and Buda.
Yeah,
all that
what
was.
it's- yeah,
like
exactly.
there was a distinct difference
Mhm.
between them, and now there's not at all.
And no one wants to come see you down in
Yeah.
South Austin. Down
Yeah, so at my high school it was still how big's your truck,
Yeah.
you know,
That's awesome.
Which high school was it?
Bowie,
Bowie?
Austin Bowie,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know where that's at.
Yeah, well,
That's good.
It's in South
information.
Austin.
Good
it's
information.
in South Austin, so there you go.
South Austin. Yeah,
Go
yeah.
Bulldogs.
Yeah. Love it. So, grew up in Austin.
Yeah.
Music scene down there obviously is world renowned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what was that like growing up there? What was it like getting into the scene at a young age, if you did? You
Well,
know?
I started playing guitar in high school,
Okay.
and all my buddies played. With it being Austin, I had a lot of buddies that played, a lot of guys that still do, and they played all different types of music. So I didn't really get started until college, like playing out and gigging and stuff.
Where'd you go to college?
UT Arlington.
Hey-o.
So that's how I ended
So
up up
you
here.
left UT Austin and came to UT
I
Arlington.
didn't get into UT Austin. Thanks for bringing that up.
Wow.
I didn't get
I'm kidding.
I didn't get in either, so it's
I'm
fine.
kidding.
It's cool.
No, I'm
probably
kidding.
wouldn't.
Yeah, you would have got it either.
I grew up a diehard Longhorn, and I was like top 13% instead of top 10,
Oh,
which is like
good.
gets automatically.
Yeah.
So I got into this thing. It's called the CAP program, where if you went to any UT sister school, made it 3.0, and had 30 hours after your freshman year, you got automatically back into Texas. And I think I was just shy of
Yeah.
that. I joined a fraternity in college, and I started playing music.
So you didn't want to try the ACC in Austin thing? I had a
No, it's in hindsight, that was like the better way to go.
Yeah.
But for my high school, that was 13th grade. That was
Yeah.
Oh,
For, you're already
Harvard,
coming
yeah,
from
you know?
yeah.
It was
And the experience is not necessarily the same, you know?
yeah, and I talked to my parents, and I had a bunch of buddies that went, guys that went from my high school that I grew up with that were already at UT Arlington.
Yeah.
So, and my uncle lives in Arlington.
Okay,
So
cool.
it wasn't that
You went from-
that big of a
From Austin?
stretch
No?
to be able to
You went
go.
from that to the
What is
hanging
UT?
there.
Yeah,
The Mavericks. I would graduate there too, man.
go mad.
Small world, I know.
Yeah.
It's craziness. Big party town.
But with music, I mean, I grew up like in Austin, going to shows, sneaking into legendary Antone's down. It's not even there anymore. It's
Yeah.
being moved.
That's what you
but-
said on your website, right? Your sister?
Yeah, my older sister.
Somewhere?
It's funny. I just had a conversation with my dad a couple weekends ago about this. He likes to bring it up. He was like, "Oh, I guess you were sneaking into shows I didn't know about." And
Tell me you're welcome.
going, I'm like, "Well, it's working out so far,
Yeah,
right?"
you thought about that?
Yeah, Pat Green. It was Corey Morrow actually. Corey
Nice.
Morrow did Morrow Mondays at Antone's
Yeah.
Monday nights. And it was just song swaps, like guys like all the guys up here do, or any given night of the week.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be at the time where it was Pat was just blowing up. I mean, he was still like the first show I ever saw him play at. He was the opener.
Mhm.
So that's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And it was Corey Morrill Mondays and the one that I went to that really sticks out. I think I was 16, and we knew the door guy or something. My sister knew somebody to get me in. And they had me like completely X'd up, to where I couldn't drink at all. But I didn't even care because Antone's was 18 and up, so I just wanted to be able to get in and watch.
Yeah.
And it was Corey Morrill, Pat Green, Willie Braun from Rebels Kelly, and I think Robert O'Keen walked in, and I want to say a very young and sprightly Randy Rogers walked in, or something like that. I can't remember if it was Randy or Wade, but
That's not a shabby lineup.
But yeah, and they just sat there and got hammer drunk
Nice. As you do.
and bagged on each other
Nice.
and told all the stories about all their songs for
That's awesome.
like 3 hours, man.
Dude, what
At
an
16, 17, I barely could play 4 chords, and I was starting to
Nothing
write
better than
songs.
that. Yeah.
It was impossible to not get the bug.
That's
for that.
crazy cool.
And on top of it, all my buddies played too.
There you go.
And I was the one who they kind of made fun of me for being, because I wanted to sing and write country music,
Yeah.
and that was not cool
Yeah.
for those guys at the time. And it's funny, one of them used to make fun of me. Is Pat Green's bass player now,
Wow.
Matt Slagle. And I told him in college, I was like, dude, he recorded on my first EP, which is terrible and nobody will ever hear it except for my mother, who thinks it's awesome. Yeah.
Got that mom.
Of course. Dude, that's always the first thing. Always. Every time.
There you go.
But I told him when I went to college, I was like, man, you're going to be playing country music. I know you are. Like, he was 18 years old and voted best bass player in Austin.
Jeez.
Wow.
And he got like top 5 in Texas from
Crazy.
like highly credited sources or whatever. I don't really know. But
There's a group of people.
yeah, he was like on the road with Bob Schneider and guys like that.
Oh, yeah.
When he was 18.
Hey, you
So-
played with Bob Schneider, is that what you said?
Yeah.
At
And
18.
And he calls me a couple years into college. He's like, hey, have you heard of this guy named Bart Crow? And I go, you're playing bass for
Wow.
March. And he was like, damn it, you're right. Yes,
That's
I
awesome.
am. And I was like, I told you. And now he's playing for Packard. So,
Jeez, that's what a crazy life. that is.
that's pretty cool.
So that's your experience in a nutshell.
So, yeah,
you're just
yeah.
coming from some of the best roots in Texas, basically.
Yeah.
Just all of it's just right there. That's
yeah,
wild.
it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
No,
for
no one.
wanting to do
Shoot,
this.
anybody out in the audience, I'm sure, would be
Oh, yeah.
begging to have any inkling of that type of
Yeah.
How long ago was all
chocolate.
this? How old were you?
This was
Can I ask
early 2000s. Early 2000s. Yeah, I graduated high school in 03, so like 2001, somewhere around there.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Great time to be right there, man.
And then I also get asked like why. Okay, so for all that in Austin, and I went to college here, and then why not go back?
Yeah.
Because there's no country music in
Yeah.
Austin. Like,
No, among
not
other
much.
reasons, yeah, among other reasons for sure.
There's
Yeah.
not much. And
I'm honestly surprised by that. I guess I just haven't been around the Austin
Yeah.
scene much.
it's changing.
Yeah.
It's changing a lot now.
Would you say
It's
it's
a
like
collective
getting like
voice.
Nashville?
No, it's
Or just going totally different?
Yeah.
No, it literally it just happened with 6th Street and everything that made it the live music capital of the world, where there was live music, but with original live music, and it was just a cultivation of everything. It was a melting pot. It was jazz, blues, country, rock, emo, and like
Yeah.
whatever you rap,
Everybody's in, yeah.
everything. And then once 6th Street became 6th Street and got a little more commercialized and everything, then it went from, okay, so I had these guys that'll play for an hour and a half that are really good, that have original music, but they cost $1,000. Well, I had these guys who are not quite as good, and they play about half covers, half originals, which makes my bar sales go up with the covers.
Sure.
And they'll play for double the time and half the price. And then eventually that goes to,
Starts to
it goes
flush out,
down to
yeah.
these guys will play for 5% of bar sales, and they'll
Yeah.
play for 7 hours
Yep.
and play whatever I tell them.
And that's what-
That's better than Nashville then, because from what I understand, if you play on Broadway, you don't get paid.
Very not
Still.
not very much. I don't really know.
And you're
a whole
playing
lot.
lots of covers too,
Oh,
man.
man, it's
Like,
mostly
for
all
sure,
covers.
yeah. As you walk down the street, and I think that's where the industry's always changing, and
Of course.
all the time. But it's interesting to see that dynamic of it. How like all these guys that were all writing originals, and they had, I mean, like you said, that crowd you were just talking about. All these originals and all this stuff they're throwing out there, and they're just getting snuffed out by pay and
Yeah.
a little bit of pay, and then you entertainment. Which again, this is the industry of entertainment. That's
Right,
really
of
your
course,
root.
of course.
But it's just kind of funny. It's like, dang man, you're just shutting them out, and everyone's pushing out. Now you're going to find these little venues. You're finding like just smaller spots around. Like I said, I went to UTA as well. And there's a little dive J.R. Bentley's little Irish pub.
Oh,
there,
man.
Yeah, so I used to play there,
Dude.
and like that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
my
man.
God.
So like it's not
That was
big
my
time.
spot in college,
right?
dude.
It's, burnt down. I think.
I know.
Was that you were there for that?
No, I mean,
I was gonna say that
was
before. Yeah. But anyway, so like little spots like that, it's just like changing completely.
Mhm.
So it's just interesting that change of it.
Yeah, and in Austin now it's coming back, but like all the original music, especially country and folk and Americana, moved to like San Marcos and
Yeah, exactly.
New Braunfels, where
Yeah.
now that's like its own.
Yeah,
its own
San
little
Marcos is
entity.
terrible.
Yeah.
My experience.
See, and I
San Marcos.
my first 2 years in San Marcos. Yeah, first two
Okay.
years of college in San Marcos. It
All
was,
right.
yeah, river floating and drinking, and I
The streets there
definitely.
were designed horribly, in my opinion.
And the
Okay.
square, it's just a big old square. There are some good venues, man, but they all shut down. Again, it just didn't last and wasn't
Yeah.
big, and it's just not the scene. Austin's where everybody wants to go and be about, but then like you got freaking Cheatham Street there, so it's like what the hell?
Yeah.
Like of all the places, it's just craziness.
For sure.
So past is past. We're moving forward.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the Red Dirt pub crawl, man.
Ireland.
I know you've done
It's
it,
a
man. I
big
just want to hear about it.
This is year 3. This
Year
is the third
three,
time
yeah.
that I'm going.
Yeah.
I think it's like the 4th or 5th year for the entire thing.
Okay.
But this is my 3rd time going, and they the funniest part about it is that they try and sell it as this music trip and destination trip. It's just a drinking trip.
Yeah, at the Guinness
It's what it
Factory.
is.
Start at the Guinness Factory and just follow the
Oh,
lines
man.
all out. Yeah.
But it's a blast. Ireland's beautiful. It's really cool for the fans to go because they get to see. It's a healthy dose of both, of getting to hang out with guys that are huge, that are the heroes
Yeah.
and stuff, and then the other half of the bill is guys I've probably never even heard of.
Yeah.
And so like my fan base like almost doubled just from the first 2 years that I went on it,
Wow.
because there's like 150 Texans that are all there, and you're staying in the same hotel,
Yeah.
eating breakfast
Meet 'em.
together.
You say 150?
It was 150 the last 2 years. I don't know how many you're going
I
this
didn't
year,
realize that many people.
but it took up boat trips took up 2 full planes.
Wow.
And then it was just us.
Jeez. So how are the Irish to Texans? I hear there's a
Love
little bit of. I was gonna say
That's
that's
what I've heard.
dynamic.
I've heard like people overseas, man, they can't get enough.
Yeah.
Love them, especially like not just the music, but the people.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like it's.
We all know the music, of course they do.
Yeah, this guy, like one of the best human beings I've ever met. He's an Irishman. He lives in Dublin. He's a pretty famous musician there. His name's Stevie Carroll, and he's helped take care of us every year we've been over there. And he plays one of the best Gibson J45 acoustic guitars I've ever played, and I'm a huge Gibson fan.
Nice.
But we were having a Guinness. We were drinking the black, as they call it.
They have any shiner over there?
No. About the only thing American they got over there.
He's not going now.
Not going.
Yeah, he's
Guinness
done.
is great, dude. It's
Oh,
so
man.
good. Guinness is so good. It's totally different over there. It's the truth. It really is. But we were having a Guinness and a Paddington's, which is a whiskey, and that's his favorite. And we were talking about the Irish and Texans and Australians specifically.
Yeah.
All three tend to gravitate towards each other and find each other because of similar heritage.
Yeah, sure.
And similar ego.
Yeah, right.
And we like to drink and have a good time, and the music is a lot of the same, especially with Ireland and Texas, where it's not necessarily country music, but our folk,
Yeah, the
Irish,
roots are-
Americana roots, yeah, string
Foot stomping
instruments.
music, man. Just definitely want to get it out.
Oh yeah,
for
and
sure.
just want to drink and have a good time,
Oh.
you know. So we never in the 2 years that I've gone, never was there ever like an incident
Yeah.
or anything
That's
with
awesome.
anybody. If
Oh,
there
yeah.
was, it was us trying to fight each other.
Yeah.
and
Sure,
some
yeah,
other stuff,
yeah, and
you
pick
know?
each other up and get a beer afterwards, right?
Of
That
course,
kind of
yeah.
mindset. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But it's a great time. You can they still have time to register if you want to. It's reddirtpubcrawl.com.
Yeah.
I think it's right around $2,500, something like that.
Nice.
It seems like a lot, but it's 7
Oh,
days.
fun, man.
Dublin, Ireland. Plane flights are paid for. Your hotel rooms are paid for. You're staying in the same hotels as everybody else.
That's
It's
How
like,
long is
what-
that flight?
I think it was about 10 there, 12 back, or something like
So like
that.
driving from East Texas to Midland.
Pretty much.
I'm surprised they had no booze on the plane to get you there, honestly. I'm really
Well,
surprised by that.
I mean, so the first year I went, we left at like 8 in the morning, which was terrible because that put us
Yeah.
in Ireland at like 8 in the morning again, which is with the time difference and stuff. I'm not
That's
sure
awful.
about math or whatever. I'm pretty sure we time travel.
Yeah.
But
it's a real thing.
but we left in the morning, so we didn't really like the airport. None of the booze was available at the airport.
Oh, yeah,
Gosh,
that's right.
And so,
What's he on
and
plane?
everybody drank on the plane,
Uh-huh.
like halfway through the flight.
Yeah.
So then by the time we get to Ireland, most people are hammered.
Sure.
And it's 7:30, 8 in the morning, and you're supposed
So
to
you
the
fit right
jet.
in.
Well, the jet lag, you're supposed to stay up.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And you know, because if you go right to sleep, you're all the
Toast,
clock's all off.
Yeah. Everybody's
and-
drunk.
Yeah. We went to breakfast. We went to breakfast like right when we got to the hotel the first year, and when we got there, I was like, "Can we order booze right now?" And I can't do an Irish accent, so I'm not gonna try it. Like,
Oh, you gotta try.
That was my next thing. I was gonna be like, oh man, how you gonna do
It's
this?
like, oh, it's certain
Please.
words. But the guy looked at me and he was like, "It's Ireland.
There it is.
You can order a drink here."
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, "All right." It was like we were gonna need some whiskey.
So
we're gonna need some
Bailey's.
Guinness.
Bailey's and coffee at that point. You ain't get a pick me up.
That's pretty much how I started every
Yeah.
day was
Yeah.
Irish coffee.
That's about my
then go to
routine on
Guinness.
weekends for sure. Yeah.
So I might be jumping backwards, even though you said.
No, I was just I'm
Alright.
flipping around.
I remember reading something about the Sigma Chi house.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to tell us a little about that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if people need to know about it.
All right.
Sensory.
Moving
It's just
on.
children. It's-
No, yeah, I'm a civic guy from
Yeah.
at UTA, and man, I loved it. Like thank God for those years because that's where I learned just about everything everything I could about how to deal with crowds and critics with music. Because I went from the first 2 years being in that the guy like have you seen Animal House?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, there's a scene where this guy is playing guitar on the stairs during his toga party, and all the girls are sitting around listening to him, and he's just like, like trying to get some from his girls, and Jim Belushi just comes up, or John Belushi, sorry, comes up and just smashes his guitar because it's like, don't be that guy playing guitar in the middle of a party. Well, that was me for like 2 years,
That guy.
and then we put a band together, and we
A Sigma
played.
Chi band?
So it was 3 Simicais and Jorge Rodriguez, who's my lead player still.
Oh, sweet.
To this day, he
There you
ended up
go.
transferring up to UTA
Oh,
and
just
then becoming one.
That's amazing.
So it was all of us, and we had this. It was a south of the border party. It was a Mexico themed
Sure.
party, and we played. And that was like the first like real like
Gig.
full band
Yeah.
like party that we played.
Real tight?
And it was
Yeah,
one
ready
of
to
the best nights of my life. One of the best nights of my life. And actually, the only guy that wasn't a Civic guy that played that, he's going to kill me for saying it, but
Yeah.
Chris Spinks, who's like VP of marketing at Billy Bob's Texas.
Hey-o!
There you go.
Yes.
He played.
Billy Bob's.
Oh yeah, he's going to kill me for me so bad. But he played bass. And you know what? I think I still have a picture of him playing bass at that show. So when we
Yes.
share all this stuff, I'm
Oh,
gonna put that
dude.
picture on there too. Remind me to do
Plug
that.
it,
Remind me to do that.
plug it right
Oh
there.
yeah, and but he played in a punk rock band at the time.
Gross.
I know it's terrible, but he was so ashamed of playing country music, but he was good buddies with us and wanted to help, and so he was like, "Well, I'm going to dress up and I'm going to be a character," and we were like, all right, I don't know what that means." He shows up with one of those fake mullets.
Nice.
Denim overalls with no shirt underneath, cut off, played barefoot, and he was like, "My name is Rusty Nail, it's not Chris Spinks." Little did we know that, fast forward to 2017, he'd be the vice president
I
of
was gonna
marketing
say.
for Billy Bob's Texas. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's ironic. That's fun.
so hopefully they didn't get him fired. I hope not.
Oh
But,
no, I'm sure he's doing a great job there.
but here's another one.
Yeah,
Here's another one that I was like, "You're gonna play country music, or you're gonna be
you see it,
involved in
man.
some way,
Yeah,
shape,
I
or
like
form."
that. That's awesome.
So does that mean it
Call him
helps
out.
you get shows at Billy Bob's?
No.
Absolutely. Marketing. He's not
No,
marketing.
I've
He's-
got to do some really cool things. He's helped me out a lot in his career. He was at House of Blues in Dallas before he went to Billy Bob's, and we got to play the main stage at the House of
Nice.
Blues in Dallas 3 times.
That's awesome.
Just because Chris
Oh,
was there.
That's huge. Yeah. That's
So
a great
he's
dude.
doing everything he can. I've done a couple of private events or benefits at Billy Bob's. So we're still working on getting that that first front stage show and then into the main stage. So
There you go.
we're trying to do it right without skipping any steps and,
Yeah.
and making sure that it that when we do make the push to go get those shows that we have the right stuff to back it up and knock it out of the park and then not turn back.
You'll be ready. Yeah.
These
for sure.
guys like Sam Riggs, William Clark Green, Mike Ryan, all of them, Parker McCollum, Flatland Cavalry, all of them done it
Sam
where
Riggs,
it's, you play 2 or 3 on that front stage
Gone.
and then main stage
Yep.
and then sky's the limit.
Yep.
So
Skyrocket.
That's it.
that's one of the goals. That's
So
one
do you
of the goals
record
for
here in Dallas, Austin, or do you go to Nashville for that? Or
No, I haven't done. I've been recording at in Grand Prairie actually.
What's the name of the studio?
Of all places, Red Dirt Recording Studios. This guy Jude Dillon. He's my producer, engineer. He plays guitar. He plays damn near every instrument, but he has a great feel for music, and he came from rock and roll. He plays in a band called Vaudeville that just won the Dallas Nash Next.
Nice.
So they're going to be moving on to Nashville and playing on that.
Sweet.
And he writes a lot in Nashville, but he's all over the place. And met him a few years ago, and he just clicked like on my music, and we vibe really well together. And yeah, he gets what I want to do without me having to say it to him.
Step ahead.
You know,
That's all.
that's what a producer should do. You know,
Good ones do it, man. Yeah, for sure.
So it's worked out. We've done one full record with him, and we just started tracking new tunes for the next stuff
Awesome.
with him too. So
Speaking of that, when you came in, you gave us a record. Tell us a little about that one and what you plan to do with that.
the new record, we released it in November of last year. It's called Take Me Home. We recorded that with Jude Dillon. It's is it 10 or 11 tracks? I can't really remember.
Maybe 10, not sure.
Is it 10? Just look on the back of it there.
Come on.
It's 11? All right, sweet. But yeah, we recorded that 2 years after, or it came out 2 years after our first record, Recovery. And I didn't really think it was going to take that long to make another record. But, well, with writing always takes longer than you think.
Sure.
And especially when you're really busy as we were at that time. And not even playing anything cool, just playing anything out that we could. Really, just having to do everything.
Working, for sure.
And that was when I first started. I was doing my first radio tours and driving anywhere.
Countless
and
hours, miles all day.
So it took me a little longer to write the record, and then it took us a while. It took us a little bit longer to record it than I would have liked, but the product, I'm so proud of it, and I'm glad we took the time to. But we went back and re-recorded some songs because we weren't feeling them. We were like, no, we're not. These songs are better than what we've done to them. And Take Me Home, the title track, and our new single that just came out is one of those tunes that we went back and re-recorded.
Cool.
And at the time, we didn't know it was going to be a title track. Didn't know it was going to be a single. And now it's like, thank God.
Yeah,
Thank God we went back and
revisited
recorded it.
Yeah, for sure.
Safe to say that's a song Bluebird Talent's pushing for the radio?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So call your local radio stations and request it.
There you go. You heard him. You heard the man.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great experience. It was cool. I mean, we've gotten a really good response from it. We've had, I got some cool co-writes on there with my buddy Joey Green and guys like Dan Adams. A lot of guys that maybe people don't really know yet. And also really proud of him and my drummer. I've always been the guy writing all the songs.
Yeah.
And never had help from the guys in the band. And Travis Ward, my drummer, he came. He's also my roommate. One night we were like going into the last day, I think, of tracking drums, and he was like, "Hey man, I kind of wrote this song. I've been meaning to pitch to you. Let me know what you think." And I fell in love with it.
Awesome.
And we did, and we sat down and we did some tweaking to it enough for me to get a co-write. So, and we went in the studio the next day and played it for Jude, and he was like, "What do you think?" He was like, "That's track 11."
Yeah, there you go.
Get your
Bonus
ass in
track. There it is.
Get in there.
That was it. That was the one.
Yeah. He was like, "Get in there. Go cut."
Tell us a little about
cool,
Take Me
man.
Home. Where'd you come up with the idea? Is it pretty
That's a
straightforward?
song. I didn't write the song, but it feels like one of mine. I've never really been a guy that was just like, if I didn't write it, I'm not cutting it. And and I understand that. Like it's like that for some people. Like that's cool. It's fine, but George Strait didn't think like that, and look at him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Well, yeah, you gotta be open to it, man. And the flip side of that too, being able to, maybe not even perform. I actually had a conversation last night. I was at open mic, Loving Word in Plano. There, we were talking about this. A couple of the guys up there, and they were, having a struggle of being the writer, being the performer, being not accepting others, covering stuff, and it's one of those things where you just kind of let that ego drop and see where talents take you, see where abilities take you, man. I mean, there's everyone's got a strong suit. So sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Like, because that's exactly right. And I've always been like, okay, like if there's a song that And if I didn't write it and it means something to me and I connect with it and it sounds like me and I can do it justice, then why not? And especially if everybody else agrees with
Exactly.
it. And Dan Adams wrote that song with Brian Burke. Dan Adams, he's from South Georgia, I believe. But we met in Austin when I was down there with a couple buddies, and he co-wrote 4 of the other tracks on the record with me. I Dare You To, I think Silver and Gold, and Where Love Came to Die. 3 other tracks. It was his goal to get a co-write on every single track on the record, but it didn't work out. But after we had written a few really good songs together, he was like, "Man, I have a couple others that just never saw the light of day. Would you be interested if I, pitched you something?" I was like, "Cool."
Sure.
And he sends me this song, and it was called Home at first. And then, it was called Make Me Drunk, and I was like, no. Like
It's called Home. I'm just kidding. It was Make Me Drunk.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No, it was called Make Me Drunk, and without listening to it, I was just like, oh man, what kind of pop country stuff did he send me? And I listened to it, and I got halfway through the first chorus, and I stopped it, and I called him, and I go, "Have you sent this to anybody else?" And he was like, "No," and I was like, "It's mine. I want it. It sounds exactly like me. Call Brian Burke, tell him thank you.
Appreciate your work.
Man, I want it." And
awesome.
And so then we changed, and I was like, one thing though, I'm cutting a pre-chorus, and can I change the title? I don't want to co-write. Just, he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, cool, because when you hear a title like Make Me Drunk, you think it's going to be more of like a drinking song.
Yeah.
And this really isn't. This is more of a, Take Me Home is more of a like lonely single. Let's I don't know, make some mistakes and
much more
something
in-depth title.
No, it's a little deeper.
I was just trying to think of like, has Drunk been in the title of any like top 5 songs? I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, but and then I didn't even pitch it to the guys because the way with my band, like it's my name, but we do everything together.
That's
100% as far as pay, like everything. It's all even.
Cool.
And that includes when it comes to picking songs for the record.
There you go.
And they're the first ones to tell me when they don't like a song.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta have that too. You gotta have something.
Yeah,
Here's that, kids. This is how bands should work. Right?
Hopefully.
They're all on the same page, so the drummer's probably not going to be as into recording or playing it.
Or writing songs
in
in his spare time.
There you go.
Come on,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
So it's better. The project is just better. The product
all together, and you can
better
tell
when
on
you're
stage too. There's animosity there or something. Even on the album, you can hear it.
You can tell it's something.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
But I didn't even pitch to the guys. When I went in to go start pre-production, they like came in and were like, "What's this song?" I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is going on the record." They're like, "Well, you didn't tell us about it." I was like, "Listen," and they were like,
"What are we doing?"
All right, cool. All right.
I'm gonna go take this place.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. It's hooky. It's catchy. It's fun to play, and thank God we recorded it twice.
Well, man, let's. I'd like to hear it if we could, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear some tunes and anything else you want to pitch out, man. Like promote yourself. Yeah, for sure. We'll have some. We'll use some post editing here on the Texas Local Live Show.
Post editing.
Yeah, we'll do some good high tech. Throw your name down here, but yeah, if there's anything else, man, go for it.
Just be sure to call your local Texas radio stations and request "Take Me Home," and go to reddirdpupcrawl.com. There's still time to sign up. The trip starts November 27th through December 4th, and I'd love to see you there. It's gonna be a good time. So, and pick up the new record. Go to BrandonSteadmanMusic.com.
And for you kids that don't use telephones anymore, Spotify, this man's all over that. Get on there, follow him. Find it, download it, yeah, man. Make a playlist with him, share with your friends. Do all the good stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, Brandon, thanks for coming on to the interview. We're going to get some tunes here coming up just now.
Thanks. Hey, I'm Brandon Steadman, and this is Take Me Home. The moment you walked in here, I've been watching. Wonder why you're sitting by yourself. Usually girls like you just get bombarded by the guys. Usually girls like you don't need no help. But it's This song's called Colorado. I hate to say it, but it's happened again. Guess we've all got fences we can't mend. We tried our best, but we played a losing game. Now you say our future plans stay the same. I'll back up and go further down the road, and I think I'll start a new life out of Colorado. So in the air, fresh cut pine, anywhere the memories are on mine. And I'll start a new life out of Colorado. No winter goodbye, no worrying tomorrow. Well, Colorado. Moving on. Now that everything is gone, I bet I can make Durango before the dawn. At the drop of a hat, I'll be gone just like that. 85 more miles and I'll be gone from that. And I think I'll start a new life out of Colorado. So in the air, fresh cut pines, anywhere the memories are on mine. And I'll start a new life out of Colorado. No winter goodbye, no worrying tomorrow. Colorado, yeah, I gotta go. I think I'll start a new line out of Colorado. Snow in the air, fresh cut pines, anywhere to leave your memory behind. And I'll start a new line out here in Colorado. No winter goodbye, not forget you by tomorrow. Colorado,
Hey guys, thanks for listening. Make sure you stop by our YouTube channel to see the video version of the podcast. Also, check us out on Instagram at Texas Local Live for more updates.
Be sure to check out our website at texaslocallive.com. Subscribe to our email list to never miss an update for our blogs come out every Sunday and Wednesday. Again, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we hope to see you again at Texas Local Live.